When I think back to my time in Lima, Peru, I have many distinct memories. Peruvian cuisine, a mix of coastal, jungle, and Andean delights, pleased my ever-discerning taste buds as I gallivanted around the city, trying all kinds of different Peruvian foods. Being based in Miraflores meant that I had access to some of the best restaurants in all of Lima, along with coastal views of the Pacific Ocean and many green spaces to explore. The old colonial heart of Lima Central offered many fascinating architectural wonders to check out, including Plaza de Armas, Plaza San Martín, and the Monastery of San Francisco. The following is a complete Lima City guide featuring the top attractions worth visiting and Peruvian foods worth trying.
We got in last night at like 2 a.m. and we got some rest, so this morning we are out exploring. We're actually staying in the neighborhood of Miraflores, so we're just going for a walk and we're going to show you some of the parks, the beach, and it's so nice to be getting some sunshine, guys. After that brutal Canadian winter, this is bliss.
Now talk about a change. I'm actually wearing shorts and t-shirts for the first time in 2015.
Ooh, show us the outfit. Woo!
So we're noticing some amazing paragliding, like these paragliders are just going right out over these top buildings and then going right out over the ocean. It looks fantastic. Neither of us have done paragliding so far in our lives, but we may just be tempted to give it a shot.
Right now we are visiting Larcomar, which is like a shopping center that sits right on the cliff overlooking the sea. It's a pretty good location. Then our camera battery died because we forgot to charge it, so that's all we can show you today, but we will be exploring more of the neighborhood in the days to come, so stay posted for that.
Coming in live live from Parque Kennedy. This is Gaucho Gringo Samuel. And before we start our tour of showing you all around Lima, we're going to explore this park, which is nearby our house.
And it's basically a bus tour around the city. It's not hop-on, hop-off style, which means we won't get to, get off and explore the places we're interested in. But we do get an overview of the city, and right now we are visiting a beautiful convent and monastery.
Considering how many food videos we've been making since we've been in Lima, it's kind of crazy that we haven't gone out to explore and check out the city. Part of that is because, of course, we've been doing our teaching practicum and also we've been visiting family. But the other part is just we've been eating so much and taking too many siestas. So we're finally outside and we're excited to show you around Lima. It's ridiculously hot and humid out here, so I'm trying my best to cool off with the local frozen popsicle here, maracuya, and it's sweet and a little bit sour and tangy.
Ice cream in church? I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
What can I say? I'm a bad boy.
Lunchtime here in Lima, and today we are at a local restaurant in Miraflores. It's called El Punto Azul, and we are going to be trying the Peruvian national dish, ceviche.
And judging by how packed this place is, I have really high expectations. We had to come and sit up on the second floor. Our food has arrived. I couldn't be more excited. What do we have?
Yes, that was certainly worth the wait. So right now we have ceviche over here, and it comes with onions, sweet potato, and also giant yellow corn. And look over to this side, and we have something called gausa, which is made with yellow sweet potato, and there's some kind of seafood in the middle.
You know what? That almost looks too cute to eat. It's shaped just like a fish.
Big question, what is ceviche? It's actually a seafood dish. It's raw fish and it's cured with lemon juice, and it's also served with a few spices and some onions. So I'm taking my first bite. That is so good. I think it's better than sushi, honestly. That's amazing. Second bite. Nice and lemony, citrusy, so good.
And now I usually have to tell you this, but please leave some for me too. So for my first bite, I'm gonna try mine with some ají.
Ooh, go easy on that. How is it?
It's just so amazing. For me, it's like enhanced sashimi. Just all the preparation they put into that sour sauce is just so good. One thing I've absolutely been loving since we've come to Lima is this giant sized corn. These kernels are massive. Check it out.
Those are big. Okay, so our next dish is gausa. Let's dig in.
I almost feel guilty eating this. It's just so beautifully presented. Look at that.
Little fish.
Look at that little fish. Sorry, little fish. Sorry. That is seriously good. I can taste a lot of different ingredients there. So the big mystery over here is we're trying to decide what's actually in this dish.
Okay.
And what do you think?
So gausa, it's made with yellow mashed potatoes. I asked for the one that comes with seafood, and it also looks like it has some avocado and mayonnaise. So it's really tasty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And for our drink, we're having something that's called chicha morada, and it's a juice made from purple corn. Very tasty. Highly recommend it.
This is the best I've ever had. Like, they've put some extra spices and ingredients. Like, it's got a real kick to it. I don't know what's in it, but
It's really sweet and really refreshing, especially on a hot day like today.
well, now that we've finished all the fish, we're left with nothing but lemon juice. But the good news, it tastes delicious. It's amazing. You know what? It kind of tastes a bit like tom yum, the tom yum soup from Thailand. This sauce down here. I have no idea what we were thinking ordering a third plate of food. Like, this is just ridiculous. We're already full. What do we got?
I think we went a little overboard. This is basically breaded and deep fried seafood, so there's a little mix of everything. We have some pieces of fish, some shrimp, and other things that I just don't recognize, so we'll have to go for it, take a bite, and taste it, I guess.
What are those? They look like giant potato wedges.
Well, this is called yuca, and it's kind of like a root or a potato. It's very fibrous, and you eat it like French fries, basically. This is like a fried yuca.
It looks starchy.
Yeah. I really like these. So someone one still had room for desserts.
Honestly, I don't know what the heck I was thinking because that's one of the biggest meals I've had in a long time. But when they brought that dessert tray over with all those different pastries, I just could not contain myself. This looks amazing. We don't even know technically what it's called, but it's got dulce de leche, it's got nuts, and it's got chocolate. So it's gonna be really good, I'm sure. And slight correction over here, that was coconut, not nuts. So good. So decadent. And I'm sure it's got a zillion calories.
So total cost, that meal came to 118 soles, which would be roughly around $40, and that included drinks. We got 3 dishes and 1 dessert to share, so it was a lot of food. We are beyond stuffed right now, and everything is delicious. So today we are on a food mission. We are looking for a place called Manolo's, and we're gonna be eating some churros. Let's go eat.
Getting there is half the journey. Now the other half is gonna be eating it.
And here we are, Manolo's. So we went all out here and got 1 of each. So this is the one with chocolate, vanilla, and dulce de leche.
Talk about
all 3 for myself.
a trio.
I
just
know.
for me.
So in case you've never tried churros before, it's just a deep fried dough with like a hole in the middle. So I guess you can fill it up with something really sweet and tasty. So the one I'm having right now has dulce de leche. Oh my gosh, that's warm and gooey and sweet.
So you think it's nice and
That's
fresh out of the
amazing.
oven?
Oh, it definitely is. Wow. Decisions. The decisions I have to make in life. Okay, I'll go with chocolate. His eyes are closed. That's a good sign. You're totally right about it being like freshly made. Like I can taste the warm gooiness of that chocolate inside. You're not getting a bite of that. Last but not least, vanilla. It's like a vanilla pudding, or like the filling you get inside the Boston cream donuts. I still think I like this one better though. Dulce de leche. It's my number 1. That was a very delicious snack, and it wasn't very expensive at all. I lost my receipt, but I think I paid somewhere near 12 soles, which would be around $4 for those 3 very tasty, very sweet churros. Highly recommended. So seriously, it's probably a good idea that we're walking home right now. I honestly could have had about 5 more of those dulce de leche churros. And we've got more food videos coming soon. So we are taking part in Sam's favorite activity today. We are actually going shopping. So we are visiting a place called Mercado Indio, which is like a local craft and artisans market. So we're just gonna pick up some souvenirs and see what we can find. sorts of things here. There's alpaca sweaters, mittens, leg warmers. You can get little chess games of the Incas versus the Spaniards. You can get coca candy, coca tea, jewelry. The possibilities are endless. You could seriously spend a few hours just browsing around.
I think the cutest thing I've seen so far are the stuffed llamas. I might just bring one to cuddle back home on the plane. Someone's being a busy little shopper over here. What do we have to show?
I guess I'll show you my purchases. So I bought a collection of cute little mirrors. Oh, actually, they've been like triple and quadruple wrapped in paper.
The big unveil.
Okay, so I got a collection of 3 different mirrors. I think they're really cute. You can put them up on a wall. So yeah, I got some of those. I also got some coca candy and some coca tea. And we're gonna shop a little bit more and see what we can buy, right?
So I've got coca candy and coca tea over here. And when I was visiting Machu Picchu 5 years ago, this tea right here helped me to acclimatize to the altitude.
Our afternoon of shopping. If you feel like checking out the market while you're in Lima, it's located on Avenida Petitoires.
Got yourself a little friend over there?
So we are back at Parque Kennedy yet again. You're probably wondering why we're here. We keep coming back. And the answer is because my husband Sam is a cat lover and there are hundreds of cats here, and he decided, hey, it might be a good idea to go pick up some cat food and come feed the cats. So today we're here to feed the kittens. The embodiment of a cat lady. favorite park once again. This is Parque Kennedy, and we are here for dessert. What else? So today we are going to be sampling something that's called turrón. So part of the reason we like coming here are all the cats. There must be hundreds of them, and they're so friendly. They just want to be scratched and petted.
Look, there's another one coming up right behind you.
Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, cat. Look at you. You're a sweet one. You're still a kitten. Oh, it's sitting on me. I've made a new friend. Hi, cat. Hello, cat.
What have you got over here?
Okay, so we ended up getting two different things. This is called turrón. And over here, oh my goodness, it already got stuck to my leg. This giant thing over here is called torreja. So they look kind of different, but they're both actually made with the same ingredients. So all this is deep fried flour, and then they drizzle honey over top. So,
Sounds good enough to me.
yeah, let's try it.
The first bite. The first
Ready for the big moment. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Whoa, it looks sticky.
Oh my gosh.
I think you bit off a little more than you can chew there.
This is interesting. It's getting stuck to my teeth. A little difficult to talk right now, but the honey kind of has an orange flavor to it. And also it's a lot stickier than honey.
I wonder if it's more of a marmalade, kind of an orange marmalade. You think maybe?
Maybe. They told me honey, but I don't know.
No honey for the bunny.
It's nice, really crispy. The dough itself isn't really very flavorful because, I mean, it's just flour. But the honey, that's what you can taste. The orange flavored honey. Wanna have some?
All right, it's my turn.
Oh, you can take a bigger bite than that.
I don't want to get all that sticky stuff all over my face. We don't have any napkins out here. This probably looks more like French fries with like ketchup drizzled all over them. But in fact, this is the second dessert we're going to be trying. And I've noticed since we've come to Lima that cakes and other things tend to have these little doughy bits, crunchy doughy bits. And so let's try it here. Like, I don't see myself like breaking it off with my hand. I'm just going to take a bite. That is good. You know what? I think I actually prefer this one to the big pizza-shaped one we had.
Similar flavor to the previous one.
Yeah, more or less the same thing, just kind of slightly different.
You know what? It kind of tastes like Fruit Loops. When you really chew on it for a while, it's like really sugary Fruit Loops.
Maybe that's why we like it so much. We grew up eating Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Fruit Loops, guys. Fruit Loops. Peruvian Fruit Loops. So, how much did today's dessert cost?
Well, this was probably our cheapest street food / dessert that we've had since we've come to Peru. This one came to 3 soles each. So that's $1 for each of those delicious little snacks we had. So, you know, if you're on a budget, you can really load up on those.
So we're just gonna go for a little walk around the park and then we're gonna head home for more food. What else? All we do is eat. Meow, meow, yes, meow. Oh, look at that. Meow, 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 little kitty. You're a cute one, aren't you? Oh, it's purring. I can feel it purring. Kitty. Hi, kitty. at a place called Cremoladas Puric. Yep, got the name right. And we're trying a kind of like icy cold dessert called cremolada. And basically this is shaved ice, finely shaved ice, and then it's topped with like a juice or a syrup that has like a tropical fruit flavor. So I've chosen chicha morada, which is a purple corn, and Sam over here has chosen lucuma. So we're going to be trying these. This is
very local
snack.
flavors,
Oh,
very
yeah.
much so.
It's just mixing it around, ice cold.
Purple goodness.
Ready for my first bite. This is purple corn. Tastes. Doesn't taste like corn, tastes more like syrup.
Purple syrup?
Yeah, like what would you call this back at home?
Is that like a kind of a, it looks a bit like
slushy.
a slushy. It looks like a slushy.
There you go, it's a slushy. So I'm having a purple corn slushy.
Do you actually like it? So?
Yeah, I mean it's ice, flavored ice. It's okay. What can I say?
So I've got something called lucuma, and it's a local fruit which I've kind of fallen in love with since being in Peru. I mean, you can't really describe what a fruit tastes like. A mango tastes like a mango, a peach tastes like a peach, and a lucuma tastes like a lucuma. So let's try it here. It is definitely sweet. It has that sweet tropical taste though, I can say that. This one seems really thick. I really like that. I have a feeling that mine is quite a bit thicker than yours. If you just look down at it here, you can see that it's really thick, and you can really taste the fruit. It's definitely been sweetened, but it's not overpowering. The fruit taste really comes out, so I'm actually really enjoying this right now.
So it's nothing out of the ordinary, but if you're in Lima on a really hot day, this is definitely a very refreshing little slushy drink. And in terms of cost, those buses. In terms of cost, it was 5 soles and 70 cents, which is less than $2, so not a bad deal. It's actually kind of getting chilly here, so I'm cold eating this.
I can't believe you're wearing a sweater. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and I think this is perfect weather. So it's time to get back home before Audrey suffers from hypothermia. You know, it's only like 25 degrees outside or something.
Pish posh, it must be like 18 and I'm freezing. Today we're going to be trying something called Alfajores, and this is something that you can find throughout South America, but it varies from country to country. So today we're having Peruvian Alfajores. So I'm going to open the box for a big reveal, and we've ordered a few different varieties.
Wow, that looks awesome. We're very used to the Argentinian ones.
Yeah.
So what I found particularly fascinating upon researching alfajores is that it has Arabic origins, then it made its way to Spain, and now it's become immensely popular all over South America.
Right, so this is the original, which I'm going to be trying first. So it's basically 2 layers of a crumbly cookie.
Let's zoom in on that.
Zoom in. It has manjar blanco in the middle, which is kind of like dulce de leche. It's a milk caramel. It's very sweet. And then it has like a white powdery sugar, like icing sugar on top.
Looks like a very generous amount of the dulce de leche.
So this is a miniature version of the original alfajor, and it's what I'm trying first. Bite size. Those are really nice.
Up to standard?
Nice and sugary. I think it would be nice for breakfast or for a little snack. Heck, maybe even dinner.
I could see you eating that for dinner. You like your sweets.
It's really nice.
All right, and I'm also gonna have the original one. And Alfajores kind of have a special place in my heart because during our wedding, one of the things we made together as a family with Audrey's family is a huge batch of alfajores, which we ate, of course, and shared to our guests. So high expectations here, and it does have some positive memories for me as well. One big bite. It's pretty good.
Okay, so I'm interested in having this one next because it looks like chocolate.
Let's hold that up. Let's zoom in. Oh yeah, it's got a chocolate layer, I think.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the filling is.
Do you think it might be a dark fruit of some kind? Maybe like a not a plum, but a date? Do you think maybe a date filling?
No, it's chocolatey. I think maybe they took the manjar blanco that we had for the other one and just added some chocolate and mixed it together. That would be my guess. And the cookie is chocolate.
How does it compare to the original?
I think I prefer the original personally. But this is nice as well. It's very tasty. And mysterious. So you got a little excited about the next one.
Well, we were shooting a photo for maybe the cover photo image of this video, and I just got a little carried away. I was just planning on having my teeth on it, but my subconscious brain took over and basically forced me to have a bite. Okay, first unofficial bite over here. Yeah, that's really nice. It reminds me of the original alfajor, but the big difference here is it has a crunchier exterior, and if you see over on this side, it's covered in what appears to be walnuts.
How about the cookie dough? Does it also have nuts? Is it crunchy?
Yeah, it's crunchier than the original one, which is more like a thin cookie. Right, and then we are down to the one and only lonely one.
So it's my turn. I believe this one has honey. That's what I was told.
Looks sticky.
And it looks very,
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ooh, okay, it's like a triple one. So triple layered alfajor.
Dude, it's spilling all over the place. Let's get a really good zoom in on that. Like that is just, whoa, that is some serious topping overflow there. And the taste?
Well, that's not your average honey, that's for sure. It's really thick and sticky. I've had it in a few other like Peruvian desserts, but I still don't know what it's made out of. Yeah, it has a stronger flavor than regular honey. Would you care to have a bite and tell me your thoughts? Maybe you can decipher the great mystery.
Alright, the things that Audrey makes me do. The things I do in front of the camera. Oh my gosh. Just kidding, this is awesome. First bite here. Whoa. Oh man. Probably should have had a smaller bite. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Tyrone sauce honey. I have a feeling that maybe it's mixed with some kind of date, or possibly it's a kind of marmalade, because it just doesn't have a pure honey taste in my opinion. So we picked up this little goodie box from La Casa del Alfajor, which translates to the House of the Alfajor. And it was a great little goodie box, but I guess what sort of surprised me was that I ended up liking the original the most. How about you?
Same, love the original.
So I guess the take-home message for today is don't mess with that awesome, classic, good flavor.
So this afternoon we are at Parque Kennedy and we are here for some dessert. We've been eating like pigs all day long, but there's still a bit of room left for a little something sweet, so we're gonna go try Picarones. I already have a bee following me because of the honey. Isn't that amazing?
Whoa. And we thought about getting 2 orders?
This will be plenty. Alright, so here we have our dessert. These are picarones and they are like fried rings, fried dough made with sweet potato and pumpkin, and they have a sweet honey drizzled all over.
And they're uniquely Peruvian cuisine.
Oh yes. So I'm just gonna go for it and take a bite.
Dig right in.
These are so fresh. Wow, really fluffy and airy.
Can you taste that honey?
Oh yeah, I sure can. I'm like, they're so light. I've already finished half of one, and I understand why they give you 5. You can just devour them in a few minutes.
And we've got a guest who's interested as well.
Hi, Kitty.
Hello, Mr. Meowsers. So as I mentioned previously, this is a uniquely Peruvian dish. And as such, there isn't an English equivalent. I suppose we could call it a Peruvian donut with honey. And so that's what we're going with. And this is my first bite, my first time to ever try this. So I'm really excited. I am sopping it up in honey. Woohoo, honey syrup. Let's try this. Oh my gosh. So good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me like of an oversaturated waffle with maple syrup or honey, where it's like where you pour like 3 times as much as you actually need on the waffle, and then you eat it. This is what it tastes like right here. I don't mess around when I eat food. What can I say?
So this tasty dessert only cost us 5 soles. That would be 1 sol for each donut that we've already eaten. And that's pretty affordable actually. With the exchange rate, it would be about $1.75, and you do get a lot of food for that.
So if you're looking to pair this sweet treat with a little beverage, you can get something called chicha, which is a purple corn juice that goes perfectly with it. So there are 5 of these, but there's only 2 of us. So who gets that 3rd one?
We split it down the middle, Sam.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Sleepy kitty. Meow meow. Meow meow. There are hundreds of cats in this park.
Look, here's another one.
Meow meow.
That was a delicious sweet treat, and we're gonna be back at this park again very soon to film some more street food.
Manolo, a restaurant that we've already been to a couple of times before, and the reason we're here is because the other day we were walking by and we saw that they have the biggest sandwich in the world. It's literally like this high, and we're gonna eat it. Oh yeah, termine.
Gracias.
Oh yeah, you can keep filming. I'm supposed to keep talking. Yes, yes.
One of the more embarrassing things to admit about our travels is that when we find a place we really, really like, we tend to come back again and again. And sometimes we feel a bit guilty because we think, oh, we should be trying more spots, but this Manolo place is so awesome. We're back here yet again. This is for certain the biggest sandwich we've ever had. I think there might be 6 layers of bread here. Can you count that for us?
Well, some are double layers, so we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slices of bread.
So the thing is, how do we actually attack the sandwich? Like, this thing is a behemoth.
I'm starting in the middle, where the avocado is located, because that's what I like in a sandwich. So I don't think I've ever eaten a sandwich with a fork and a knife before, but this is so massive and so messy that it seems like the only way.
You're already spilling it.
It's good. Oh yeah.
So I'm attempting to pick the sandwich up and maybe take a bite out of it. I don't even know how I'm gonna attack it here. All right, so just dig in. I got it all over my face. Well, you know what? Went right for the egg and the avocado, and that is amazing.
So can you tell us what kind of ingredients we had in this monster sandwich?
Well, it's in a really eclectic blend. Like there's avocado, there's chicken breast, there's hot dog. I think I tasted a little bit of sweet potato. And then you've got all the other kinds of sort of regular things you find in a sandwich, like tomatoes, lettuce, and whatnot. It is just a super loaded sandwich. If there's only one thing I could change, I think I would go with whole grain bread instead of white. Kind of reminds me of the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz. I am wondering if Mr. Oz lives right on top here.
And this is what I really came for, lemon meringue pie. It's the biggest slice I have ever seen in my entire life. And lemon meringue pie is my favorite, so I'm pretty excited about this dish. I'm gonna dig in. Oh, this is impossible. This is impossible.
Got enough meringue on your
I think so.
spoon?
Ready?
Fantastic.
Fluffy, it's like biting into a sugar cloud. It's amazing.
I'm just about to destroy the Wizard of Oz's home. He's way up top in his tower here, and I am very sorry, I just knocked it down. You're right, that is the lightest, fluffiest meringue of all time. It just dissolves as soon as you put it right into your mouth. It is amazing. Oh. So that was a rather affordable meal. The sandwich, which was called the pajama sandwich, was 18 soles. That's $6. And the lemon meringue pie was 12 soles, which worked out to be $4. So we ate a lot, we shared it, and that was a really affordable meal.
This afternoon we are at the Love Park here in Lima, and we're going to be doing yet another taste test. We're trying something that is called Tejas and Choco Tejas, and this is a dessert that comes from Ica, and there's 2 different varieties. So first up we're going to be trying Tejas, which is a sweet. The exterior is covered in white sugar, and then the inside has something called manjar blanco, which is similar to dulce de leche, which is like a milky caramel. It's really sweet. And some of them are filled with nuts, filled with different fruits. So we're gonna try one.
So I'm first up here with the pecan tejas. You can see over here, pecanas. And I think according to you, this should be white.
It should be. It should be coated in white sugar.
Wow. It's got that like sliminess. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my hands all
I think that's because I put it in the fridge. It really shouldn't be slimy.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That is so sweet. Tasty.
Show us what it looks like.
Just loaded with sugar. It's almost like eating icing with caramel inside and nuts, of course, pecans. I really like this.
So next up, I'm trying chocoteja. So unlike Sam's, which was coated in a white sugar, the chocoteja is actually coated in chocolate, like the name suggests. And this one is lemon flavored.
And you know what? It's a different shape.
Yeah.
It's more like a, looks like more
The
like a
unveil. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Let's take a bite. I was expecting it to be really sour because of the lemon, but it's really not. It's still really sweet, so you have the manjar blanco, which is the caramel.
Just gonna zoom in on that.
And then
perfect.
you can kind of see the lemon. It's like the lemon skin, and they've turned it into a kind of marmalade. And yeah, it's not sour at all. This is great. I like it.
So next up, I'm having chocolate Tejas called Mani. And Mani means peanuts, so I'm excited about this one. Just judging by touching it right now, this one's even slimier than the one before.
It was in the fridge.
Whoops. So, just trying to break that off so I don't have any paper on it. And again, this isn't even, this shape is different from the two we've tried previously. So, I like my peanuts, so I have high expectations. Oh, man. It's like a Snickers bar on steroids. That's like so tasty. Really good quality chocolate. And just a massive, generous amount of caramel. And then you got the great big peanuts that I'm biting into too. So I mean, this for me is about as close as it gets to being a perfect chocolate bar.
And last but not least, we have one called chocoteja pasas borrachas. And pasas borrachas means drunk raisins, so I'm assuming they've been soaked in some kind of alcohol.
We like our drunk food.
Let's unveil.
We sure do like our drunk food.
There we have it.
Okay, so it is chocolate covered.
Haven't found any raisins yet.
No drunkenness?
No raisins. Oh, okay, at the bottom.
Show me.
I think there's like some kind of raisin paste. Oh no, there's the raisin.
Show me. Where is
There's
it?
the raisin.
Oh, we found it. Discovered
There
the
we
raisin.
go.
So you gotta take a bite with the raisin now. Come on. Do it properly.
That's a drunk raisin for sure. Yeah. That's been soaked in alcohol
Like
for a long
drunk or
time.
partying all night long raisin?
I would say so, yeah. Really good. I think this is actually my favorite one so far.
Alright, to wrap things up, what I really liked about those was that each and every one was really unique and different, not only in shape but in taste and texture. Some of them reminded me of fudge, whereas others reminded me more of like eating like a chocolate turtle.
And in terms of pricing, each of those cost 3 soles and 50 cents, so perhaps a little pricey for a small treat, but it was gourmet chocolate with the best of ingredients.
Now to take footage of the guy on the tightrope. So we thought we were going to be ending that video with the food, but we've got some paragliding to show you.